Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning into Miss Heidi's Spirit. Welcome, Heidi.
Hi, Laura.
Heidi, where you call from?
Yeah, North Hollywood at the Burbank Airport.
Oh, wow. Hollywood. First impressions I'm receiving is I feel there's a male here. I think he's showing up on your paternal side. The thing I'm getting with him is really hated doctors and hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
And would do everything to avoid them. And he didn't want to give them a penny more. And liked to curse a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and he would take God's name in vain. Otherwise, I would say it and repeat it, what I'm hearing in my head. He lost lots of weight, he shows me.
Yeah, he did.
So he's losing his energy and everything. But he tells me he wasn't going to give them a penny more and had vowed to himself he wasn't going to die in the hospital. He might have mentioned that to you.
Yeah, he made it home to his dogs and his wife, and that's where he wanted to be, for sure.
Right. It was his own free will, and he wants you to know that. He felt like it was a financial burden to stay there any longer and give them another dime, because I felt like he spent a lot of time there. Tried to avoid it as long as possible, and I feel his diagnosis came really late.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Because he was avoiding it.
Yeah, he was so strong, a strong-willed man. Yeah, he did avoid it. When he got diagnosed, it was quick.
Right. It was quick. He goes, that's the way you want to go anyway.
That's true. That's true. He did say that.
And he says you would baby him.
Yeah.
He says that there's somebody else in the family that needs to watch out for signs and symptoms who's also hateful of the doctors and the hospitals. The whole thing is stressed and worried about with insurance and the insurance not being right and acceptable in order to take care of them in the long haul. So he's saying this about them, but he says it's really important that if they feel something to go sooner, just to make sure they get checked up and not worry about the money, because he wants whoever this is to last longer, because you will miss everybody. But he's with you guys all the time. And he says that there's still a wedding picture up in his honor.
Yes.
And speaking of dogs, you guys had other dogs too, and he had a dog.
Yeah,
And they're all there with him. He just wants to say that. They do go with you. They're there with you.
Yeah, his dog actually had a heart attack 3 days after he died. His dog went with him, actually. But he has 3 more dogs at home and a wife.
Heartbroken.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about her moving, or she's talking about moving. Is there discussion about that?
We don't really talk anymore, but I was curious about that because I was wondering if she's going to move out of the big house. I'm not sure.
You know what? If you're not talking, it's really important that you do. This is where he's talking about somebody not checking or going to get checked because of insurance. So it's a bunch of bull. Doesn't matter anyway.
I agree.
Loves you very much. And thank you for all your help, because you did help him out a lot there at the end. Thank you for sharing your time with me, Heidi. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
And if you would like to sign up for this show, go to radiomediumlauralee.com, where you can learn more about my services and join my next group reading webinar. And also tune into your spirit each and every day by subscribing to the podcast on your favorite forum. Please rate it and share it. We'd appreciate that. And you can join the conversation with me over at Radio Medium Laura Lee group on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you.